Hello there. This might be a bit rude with a mask, but you know, considering the situation, I should always keep a mask on, but you know, you're at home. This is a camera. Alright, so I might not be the best at carving pumpkins, and that's a real embarrassment, but I do know my human anatomy. So the brain is quite interesting and it can be quite spooky. So here you're gonna see how I am making a spooky brain cake. Here we go. We got one cake. This is one portion of my super sour lemon cake, which you can watch up here. And this one is about two-thirds of a portion of the same cake. I didn't like the height of this, that's why I baked the other one as well. And yeah, the height now is much better. Cutting this, right now it's oval, it's round, but I want to have it oval. And that's what I'll be doing here, but first I mark where the middle part of the brain will be, just to have a better reference. And all of these cake rests go into a freezer for future snacks and cake pops or anything like it. I'm not wasting perfectly good cake. And now, these will get layers. So we have one, but I will separate this here too because it's pretty sour cake. But before this gets cut into two, I mark the cake a bit deeper so that the upper part can sit perfectly on the other one once I put it back. This ganache is made out of 1 part chocolate and 1 part heavy cream. You melt them all together, mix it, and then let it rest. I did this the night before. And now it's time to just whip this up so that we can get a great consistency. I let the ganache rest a bit in the fridge because it was just way too liquidy. And now it gets spread between all the layers. I usually like to add some more crunchy things in between, but this time I skipped that for the sake of the height of the cake. Here where it comes in, that marker really handy. In this shape it's not that big of a deal, but when you're doing a perfectly round cake, this one is a lifesaver. Then use all the rest of the ganache to cover the cake up, to basically crumb coat it. But apparently, once in my whole lifetime, I made something not enough at all. So, these are leftovers of my jack-o'-lantern cake. Always keep your leftovers, you never know what's gonna happen. Usually I would just have made more ganache and let it rest, but I know that I have these leftovers, and actually this color might even help me here for a lighter background, if you want to call it that.
A few moments later.
Alright, looks pretty good. Now, off into the fridge. Whee! So, I have white fondant, but the white is just very white. So, I'm gonna mix this with this grayish color. I don't even remember where I used this, but is it even visible on camera? Yeah, it's kind of visible. The contrast is bigger. I'm gonna mix these to get an off-white color, and yes, this will take a bit. Be right back. It's not completely mixed, but thing is, I will make long snakes and it won't be as visible, and plus it will get some blood. So I'm really happy with the color, this off-white, and let me just show you. Yes, keep the camera in place. Let me just show you. So that's white and this is off-white. It's not as visible on camera, but it does make a difference. And now I need many snakes. Last thing I need is for it to stick. Okay, this is a bit too much. I'm in a hurry because I'm on night shift and I don't want to get this done before the night shift. Oh yeah, this thickness looks good. Then I just roll out many, and I mean many rolls of these snakes. I ended up needing way more than I initially thought I would, but thank God this project is easy enough. And preparing these snakes is easy as well, so And then you can finally start with the laying on. You need just to make sure to go like from the middle, because we have two parts of a brain, right? You can of course make a line with a knife down the middle part to be sure, which I neglected this time, and I ended up rearranging the back part of the brain quite a bit. And well, you just continue putting these on willy-nilly. Really, today is my day of underestimating things. Finally, the last piece. I had to rework fondant 3 times, not counting the last piece here. Done! Okay, it doesn't look perfect, but hey, I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm liking it. We have some different colors, but yeah, I'm liking it. It looks good. Yeah. Hey, I got a brain. Now, we gotta work and make this all bloody. Because this is boring. Who cares about this? We need blood. For our blood, we will need, well, some kind of marmalade. I'm using my sour cherry marmalade sauce stuff because it has almost the right color and I don't want to use more colorant than I need. And I'm totally eyeballing it. So a good amount of that because, yeah, I don't want to redo this. Alright. And because this is pretty sour, I'm adding honey. And I could add sugar, but honey makes it more thicker. So I'm making it more stringy. So I'm adding like 2 tablespoons here. And to make this easier to thicken up, I have some starch, which I dilute because I don't want to have any chunks. And that's 2 teaspoons of that with just a bit of water. And now this all gets cooked because this is just too liquidy. I want to have it sticky and thick. Alright, I'll be right back.
A few minutes later.
And after cooking it just a teensy bit, look, it got thicker and I'm loving it. But this is just a tad too hot. So I will let this cool off and then we'll see how it looks like on our cake. Oh yes. This looks so good. God damn it. I shouldn't like my own stuff so much. And because of this blood, so-called blood, it really doesn't matter what kind of cake you have underneath. You could, of course, have a red cake, but I like the lemon one. God damn it, this looks good. This looks good. And I like the thickness. It's just staying where it's supposed to stay. And the great thing is you can be messy. And it's still on theme. As messy as you can be, I still try to keep the layer of our fake blood here relatively thin because fondant doesn't like fluids very much and it looks gorier when it's thinly applied. Haha, this looks perfectly visceral. Gory almost. God, I'm enjoying this way too much. Yeah. God, I'm loving this. I seriously tried to cut the cake with this cleaver and let's just say it didn't work. But you know what? It can't stand like that. You know what? This looks pretty cool. I mean, that would be the perfect centerpiece. A sharper and thinner knife definitely does the trick. Much, much better. Do I need to say anything else than this was a complete success? Apart from the fact that I should have made more ganache. Well, I did bring a piece to my sister in a transparent box and she totally forgot about it and put it in the fridge. When she opened the fridge and I was sitting at the kitchen table, she was disgusted, and this is the perfect reaction and all I needed. Despite the pandemic, I truly hope you're still enjoying Halloween with all the costumes and whatever. As you can see, I'm my beloved Julian, and this is actually the first time I actually like dressed fully up. Okay, no, I don't have the right pants, but you don't see the pants anyway, so tell me what kind of costume you're wearing this year despite the pandemic. I really enjoyed making this video, this costume, this everything. I don't even know how many people of you will watch this or even see this, but I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did, and will show this appreciation by liking it or writing a comment down below how you liked it or what kind of costume you're gonna wear. I can only thank you for watching till the end, and have a delicious weekend, a delicious Halloween, maybe not trick-or-treating, and see you next Friday.